In this question, we're told that white shapes and black shapes are used in a game. Now some of these shapes are circles, and the rest of them are all squares. And we're told that the ratio of the number of white shapes to the number of black shapes is 3 to 7. The ratio of the number of white circles to the number of white squares is 4 to 5, and the ratio of the number of black circles to the number of black squares is 2 to 5. We need to work out what fraction of all the shapes are circles. So we can use the fact that the ratio of the number of white shapes to the number of black shapes is 3 to 7 in order to find out the proportion of white shapes to black shapes as a fraction. So we have white to black equals 3 to 7. And we can see that there are a total of 3 plus 7, which is 10 parts. So we can now write this as a fraction. We can say that 3 out of 10 of all the pieces used in a game are white. And therefore we can say that 7 out of 10 of the pieces used in the game are black. So now we can look at this further. So we're told that white circles to white squares is 4 to 5. And so that means we're only focusing on the shapes that are white. And then we're told that the ratio of the number of black circles to the number of black squares is 2 to 5. So again, we're only focusing on the shapes that are black. So now we can use this information here. If we have circles to squares equals 4 to 5, we can do the same thing that we did above. There are a total of 4 plus 5, which is 9 parts. And we're only interested in the number of shapes that are circles. So we can say that 4 out of 9 of all the white shapes are circles. And we know that 3/10 of the shapes used in the game are white. So we can say that 4 over 9 multiplied by 3 over 10 is the proportion of circles which are white. And then we can do the same here for the black shapes. We say circles to squares is equal to 2 to 5. There are a total of 2 plus 5, which is 7 parts. And then we can say that 2 out of 7 of all the black shapes are circles. So now we can say that 2 over 7 multiplied by 7 out of 10, because 7 out of 10 of the shapes are black, are equal to circles. So now we can clarify over here that these circles are white and these circles are black. So now we can simplify this further. Of the white circles, we know that it's 4 over 9 multiplied by 3 over 10, which is the same as 12 over 90, which can simplify further into 2 over 15. And that's what happens when we divide the numerator and the denominator by 6. And then we can do the same for the black circles. 2 over 7 multiplied by 7 over 10 equals 14 over 70. And this simplifies to 1 over 5. And that's when we divide the numerator and the denominator by 14. So now we know that of the shapes in the bag, 2 out of 15 are white circles and 1 out of 5 are black circles. But now we're asked to find the fraction of all the shapes that are circles, so it doesn't matter about their colour. So now we can do the white circles plus the black circles is a fraction of the total amount of shapes which are circles. So we'll have 2 over 15 plus 1 over 5. And we can find the common denominator. 2 over 15 is equivalent to 4 over 30, which happens when we multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 2. And 1 over 5 is equivalent to 6 over 30, which is what happens when we multiply the numerator and the denominator by 6. So now that we have a common denominator, we can go ahead and add these fractions. 4 out of 30 plus 6 out of 30 is the same as 10 out of 30. And now we can simplify this further by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 10. And so we're left with 1/3. We've now calculated that the fraction of all the shapes which are circles is 1/3, which you can write in the answer box right here. So this question is worth 4 marks. And let's take a look at where these marks are allocated. Now the first mark is for calculating the proportion of white circles in the bag, which we've done here by doing 4 over 9 multiplied by 3 over 10. The second mark is for finding the proportion of black circles in the bag, which we've done over here, 2/7 multiplied by 7 out of 10. The third mark will be for adding these numbers together. We did 2/15 plus 1/5, and showing that calculation gets you the third mark. And finally, for the last mark, we need to get the answer of 1/3, which we've done and very clearly laid out in our working.